Let's play darts. Ooh, ladies and gentlemen, a 26, my goodness, a 26. It's a classic. It's a 26, we've all been there. We will be here many times. But today, we're going to try and get better at this game, and we're going to get better at this game by doing something very different. You may be in this position, you may have already sorted out this position, and this position is where do you position yourself on the Oche. Now, I think most people, when they get their darts and they start playing, they just try and line themselves up in the middle, right? Which is very reasonable. I guess most players will end up in the middle here, like this. Oh, hello, cheeky. Now, that's great, and if it works for you, fantastic. However, for me, I've had difficulties in the middle of the Oche. I then moved to the right-hand side of the Oche after some experiments, and then I've moved to the left-hand side of the Oche after some more experiments, and basically I've no idea where I should be on the Oche, and even right now I don't even know where I should be. And I think it's a little bit more tricky for me. You may be in my position, because I'm not really sure where my elbow should be. Should I have it where I like it naturally? You see it's coming out to the side there a bit. Or should I tuck it in, throw straight? Okay, so I've got two quandaries going on. Elbow in, elbow out, and where do I stand on the Oche? Now, most, I guess, coaches, Daniel from Straight to the Point, he said, get your string out. Get some string, put it onto the 3 or the 20 there, line your string up, put it under your arm, and then if you throw and release in line with the string and you throw a straight dart, you're winning. Okay, now I don't know whether it's because my elbow's out and I'm not sure whether to put it here or here or here. I found it very difficult to throw a dart with some string. So I've had to think of something else to try and work out where to be, and I've gone all the way back to analysis paralysis. So what I've been doing and what we're going to do today is I've been throwing at the start of every day as part of my warm-up. I always play the scoring game, so I throw 10 sets of darts, or 30 darts at the board, add my scores up, divide it by 10. There's an app for it called DartCounter, and it will give you your average over those for every set of 3 darts, right? And my average, my scoring average, if I get above 50, I'm like happy. Anything below, I feel like I'm not throwing very well. So instead of just playing this game once, I've been playing this game 6 times. 6 times I played this game at the start of my warm-up. And what I do is, I'll start on one side and I'll change it every time. So I'll start on this right-hand side of the Oche, and I'll switch every time. But let's say I'll do my elbow in. So I put my elbow in, and I start throwing darts. I'll try and throw them better than this. Oh. And then I throw my 10 sets. I look at my average and I log it on what people call an Excel spreadsheet, yeah? High level technology, okay? And then I'll do the same in the center of the Oche with my elbow in, and then to the left of the Oche with my elbow in. And each time I'm writing my scores down. And then I'll stay on this left-hand side, but I'll have my elbow out, all natural, where I don't really have to tuck it in. Okay, and then I do the same in the centre, and I do the same in the right. And I'm logging these scores. I've got I think I've done this 12, 13 times. I'm going to do it to the end of the month. We're going to do it today. We're going to forget about the elbow, though, today. Because just before I came on, I played this 3 sets of games with my elbow in. Today, I'm just going to throw it out naturally. Most of you probably don't have a problem with your elbow, and if you're here just for the Oche situation, my suggestion would be play this game, scoring, or choose another game, it doesn't really matter, where you throw it on this left-hand side, then the centre, then the right, and then you do that every day, and you switch it up. So if you start on the left, do the left today, start on the left, next time you start on the right. After that, you start on the centre. So everybody gets a fair go, because once you've got your warm-up going, you throw better, right? So if I did it correct in a specific order every time, I would end up perhaps skewing the results. I'm trying to make this a fair test. And I'll do this every day, and I'll do this for the rest of the month. And I want a large data set. I need 20 to 30 games of playing this and see if there's any outliers. Is there anywhere, well, I throw really well over this long period of time? Is there anywhere I'm throwing poorly? Now, I've done this 12 times so far, and I'm already seeing some interesting results. But we'll get into that later, perhaps, because right now it's all about playing. So let's get going, shall we? There's no need to mess around. We're going to start on this left-hand side of the Oche here. Okay, for this first set of 10, we'll use the old scoring game, just as I do it. I'm going to throw 10 sets. So this is a scoring training day. I'm going to throw 10 sets at the treble 20, log our scores, find the average. Then we're going to do the same for the centre and the right. And then afterwards, I'm going to tell you what I'm thinking. Okay. The reason for me doing this is that then after this month, when I've got all my stats, and if there's a position where I'm really much stronger everywhere else, I can just stay there and forget about it. Because my problem is, as I'm sure it is with a lot of you, it might not be Oche position, it might be elbow. Is your elbow moving up and down? Is it your follow through? Is it getting your wrist through? If you can remove the doubts, so it's the same with having darts. Oh, I must throw better with another set of darts. I must throw better on a different part of the Oche. This can't be right for me. If I can just have some data which tells me, Samson, you're better on the left-hand side of the Oche with the elbow out, I will just stick to that and I won't have to worry about it and think, am I giving myself a disservice here? That's the idea of it. So let's stop talking. Let's start throwing. We've got lots to go through today. Wonderful to see you, by the way. Right, so left-hand side of the Oche, my elbow's in actual position, and we're going to throw darts. $60 to kick things off. Well done to everybody. This is a little bit of a late video because I had a little bit of a backlog. Samson Does Darts, tournament sace. Huge congratulations to Darren, who won in the final. Absolutely superb player. I've played him twice before. Absolutely hammered me. He's brilliant. Add him on DartCounter, Darren Laker. Give him a game. That is where I'd love to get to at one stage, is throwing with the consistency he throws. And I had comments from people messaging me saying, oh, this Darren guy is decent. So congratulations to him. I went out in the second round, so I got through my first round match, and I lost in the second round to Adam, who's a great player. I didn't play that bad. We were pretty even on the averages. Just simply, it's a game of doubles, and he hits doubles. Well done to him. He went far in the tournament too. $60. Is that 2 60s in a row? Wow, that's 6 darts in the 20. That's lovely to see. Another tournament. Every month we'll do this. So another 4 weeks we'll get another one in. There was over 40 players, 47 I think. Huge turnout. Great to see. Poor last dart that is. 62. All in the 60s though. This is nice. Anything above 60 I'm throwing really well. I'll tell you something though. I'm filming this, what's the time? Just before midday. I normally do these videos late afternoon. I feel shaky today. I wonder if it's the caffeine. I have my coffee, and I stopped having coffee after 12. But the caffeine is high in the system. The body is feeling a little shaky. A little shaky. Shaky Jake. A little shaky in the system. Oh my goodness me, 21. Look at that last dart. I should say that I haven't really thrown any darts today. I wanted to do this fairly, where this is the sort of time of day I do this. And what I mean by that is I haven't thrown many darts before this. When I usually play this game, I don't throw many darts before this. I want the results to be consistent. This is a real scientific examination and investigation and experiment. Study. Oh, hello. It's that last dart every time. I wonder what it is about that. So we're going to get Joe Wynn on in October, who is my sports psychologist. And this third dart business is definitely a mental issue. Oh, 70. Look at that. It's the last dart again. What is happening here? I'm not even thinking, oh God, the last dart's coming. I'm not thinking that. Shambolic. I've hit 3 180s this month, by the way. Hit a couple over the weekend. We're up to 41 now. 41 180s now in the locker. So when you've got some data like that, you know that you can do it. I've got to believe this and have some more confidence. Right, we've got one go left. $45. Not that great. That's an average of 49. I'm going to write that down on my hand because I will forget. You know what? Well, you know what I'm like. That's 49 there. Left hand side of the oche. Well done, everybody. So now we're going to move to the center of the oche and play this all over again. What else has been going on out there? Well, look, the darts at the weekend. The Hungarian darts. Congratulate Nico Springer. Look, if anybody watches a bit of darts, they know that this kid is going to be big. He is one hell of a player. He was superb last year when he wasn't on the tour. You could see how good this guy is. And my goodness, his throw is just beautiful to watch. If you're looking for a technical perfection, I feel like he just makes it look so easy. Very impressed. Right, so we're now in the center of the oche. We're going to hit some big scores. There it is, guys. The number 2, the second 180 on the channel. He's nailed it. Let's just check. 180. There you go. That's number 42. Second one on the channel. My goodness. Get your nan in the room. This is the time. Rewind. Get your nan in the womb. Get her in the womb. Get in the room. Fruits of the loom. Whatever you need to do out there, we've just hit a 180. Hard work pays off. I love this game. Right, let's just stop the game here and just say, center of the oche, I will live here. I will live here. I'll invite my friends, my family over. Sunday roasts will now be in the center of the oche. My goodness. Ooh, 41. Wow, that's lovely. We film a lot of videos here. We do a lot. I know we don't do a huge amount of scoring, but there's opportunities to hit 180s. And I finally got one for you. I finally got one. I'm really, really pleased. That's wonderful news. That's made my day. I'm going to just throw awful now. I need to get back into this, concentrate. 30. So the reason why you do so many of these and why I want to do 20 to 30 have that much data, because every now and again you're going to throw really well or you're going to just throw really badly for those 10 sets of darts. So they're hitting that 180 can skew the stats if you're just doing it over a couple. Whereas if I'm doing it over 20, 30, these sort of anomalies will even themselves out. That's the idea anyway. Port. Wow, 26. Normality is resuming, but that's okay. Oh, 30, yeah, it really has. I have some big news as well, actually. I do have some big news. I've joined a real life darts league, the Winter Darts League, the Dorking District Winter's Darts League. That's a mouthful. I've joined it every Tuesday. I think it starts in October time. I'll be playing real games in the real world. I've got to get better. I have to get better. That's what we're here for, but that'll force me to maybe focus. Oh! We've really gone downhill after that. I just got overexcited. 42. I remember when I did jiu-jitsu, and you do jiu-jitsu every week, 3 or 4 days a week, and then you get better, right? Then I did my first tournament, my first comp, and a couple of months before that, when you sign up, you just focus so much more on what you're doing. I noticed that my biggest improvements was when I was training for the competition. So knowing that this is coming, hopefully is going to have that same impact. Oh, hello. That's really poor. Really poor. I've really let myself down after that great start. Really distracted myself. My timing is all over the place. My timing is off more than my mother's cooking on Christmas Day. It really is. 34. Staggeringly gone downhill here. That's okay, we hit it. We can retire. $41. I mean, at some point, maybe I have to just accept that if I'm playing on the left, the right, or the centre, I still should not legally be allowed to play darts based on what we're seeing right now. Let's improve. Better, 85. Right, that finishes that round. So centre of the Oche, 53. Now, what you have to accept, though, is that 180 really skews the stats there. But that's okay, because over so many games, it won't matter. I'm very pleased I hit it. Good news all round. Now let's complete the job. Yeah, I seem to miss from every spot, but we're going to go try from the right here. 22. Oh. Yeah, look, other people have other methods. The string method seems to work for some people, so check out that video from Daniel from Straight to the Point, or just put in string method darts Oche in YouTube. I'm sure there's others around. But when I tried it, it just felt like a bad episode of Lupita. So this way I feel much more confident that whatever the results are likely to be correct. Unfortunate 80. Oh, 26 and a really rough one. Not good looking, that. Reminds me of my mirror. Ooh, 41. $55. That's solid. That's okay. $41. Right, we need to get some trebles in here, guys. I've used up all my superpowers, I think. Oh, 43. Yeah, I guess I'm just scientifically proving I'm terrible at darts by doing all this. But it will be helpful, I'm sure. Oh. $24. Disaster round thus far. We know we've got some big numbers in the locker, so let's hit them. 45. Right, this is the last round. My goodness, if I need a big score to match the others. Oh dear, 9. Wow, look at that. So that is an average of 38. So that is what I would really call a disaster round. That's a real disaster round, that one. But that is it. That is life. So I'll add them to my spreadsheet. And then at the end of the month, I'll share my results. Thinking about it, I found myself... So when we're talking about the elbow in and elbow out business, I'm finding that I can't quite remember which way round it is. But I think on this left-hand side of the Oche, I'm better with my elbow out, okay, thus far. And on the right-hand side of the Oche, I'm better with my elbow in. So there's an inverse. Now, that tells me that this data is going to be really useful because it's already highlighting to me that if my elbow's out, being on this left-hand side of the Oche, there must be a reason why I'm able to land them, and the inverse here. I'm not sure if any of that makes sense, but I hit a 180, so who cares? Great to see you guys. See you next time. Let's smash it.